back home, humming on my favorite ditty, swinging like Natalie Cole. But then out of the blue, who strolls down the boulevard but you? You're
oh my goodness. Oh. Right, hello everybody. Welcome to Thrifty Toys Tales. The first video, unfortunately I've done my leg in, so I've not been able to go to a car boot this week. Most of the stuff's been done online this week, so thought what's better than an opening video. So I'm gonna make sure you can't see none of the addresses first of all, and my address as well. That's always a good idea. Don't want none of you lot showing up at my door. I know. Right, let's start off with a bit of this one first. I have no idea what these are, by the way. I've ordered them a long time ago. Got a lovely cup of tea though. Careful when using a knife. Safety first. Oh, right, I know what these are. These are spares. I'm currently in the process of sorting out some Ecto 1 mobile cars. So I've got Ecto 1, Ecto 1A. I've got several of them, and these are I don't know whether they're repro or actual parts themselves, but I'll show you. And I'll show you on the cars as well. But these are the side mirrors. I've got 2 sets, and I think I probably need more than that. Out of all the things that go missing on these cars, those are the things that seem to go missing the most. So I'm going to put them back in that envelope. £1 odd each for each set. So I've got 4. Well, let's get the next one. I do reuse a lot of the envelopes, by the way. I use them like for the actual item that's in there, and I write on the outside what they are. So, because sometimes I don't get round to dealing with these until after. See a little bit about the channel while we're doing this. Let's open this one first, see what this is. Right, got some parts, got some Star Wars bits and bobs, because I renovate, or renovate's a strong word. A lot of the things I do renovate. I'll show you a couple that I'm doing at the moment out in the sunlight, which were very yellow, but I'm actually whitening them up. But I've got some Star Wars guns here. I think that's Chewbacca's, and I've got a couple of guns there. So again, I'm often on the lookout for those kind of things, like bundles of spares for figures. And then what I do is I make the figures up with their relevant things and then sell them on, and that's how I do it. Right, let's move them out of the way. I'll put that back in the envelope, and then they won't blow away. And that's it. Excuse me, I'm just gonna have a sup of tea. Oi oi. Yorkshire tea, can't beat Yorkshire tea. I'm not sponsored by Yorkshire tea, but if they want to send me some, I'll have it. But there you go. Right, next one. This one feels a little bit heavier. As I say, because I'm out of action, because I've torn a knee ligament. Torn some of my cartilage in my knee. Right, we have some paint. These are for renovation I'm doing currently on. I've got about 4 Shadow 2, UFO Shadow 2 from Jerry Anderson. These are the colours that do the underneath of the bodies. Again, you'll see all that when I'm down in the workshop, showing you how I'm doing all that kind of stuff. But yeah, you'll see those in another video. It's just an opening video, this one. Tell you a little bit about the channel while I'm opening this one. Literally started doing the reselling and buying and reselling about a year or so ago. Started off very small, but then I decided to do more and more, because I've always been interested in cleaning things up, restoration of things, and I love my toys. I love the 60s, 70s, 80s and even 90s toys. Again, this is off, it's silly how I know what parts they are, but that there is off a mobile, like a Lego mobile, Ghostbusters fire station, and it's the slider for the pole for the figures. I have several of those as well. I have one that's complete in a box. I've got one that's missing that part and several other parts. So what I do, very sort of briefly, is I scour the internet looking for bits and bobs, parts I need. I make up a set, sell it. Either it's a figure with a set and I sell it, or it's actual play set itself, so I'll get them together and sell them. Or if it's something that needs restoration, I'll restore it. If it needs painting, that kind of thing, I use an airbrush, which I'll show you that obviously when I get to things. Let's sort the elephant in the room. And I don't mean me. I'm well aware that I'm overweight, and that's currently being addressed, which doesn't help with my knee being the way it is, because it's curtailed my exercising. So you'll come on the journey with me as well, losing weight. I've already, believe it or believe it not, lost 2.5 stone. I was huge, and I needed to sort myself out. It's a box within a box. No, it's not going to work. I thought that might work. But yeah, that'll be part of the journey as we carry on. Please, if you don't mind, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and come along with the journey with me. I have no idea what I'm doing. I do really. I know quite a bit of what I'm doing. I know nothing useful, but I'm alright with ridiculous stuff. Oh, yeah. Get away. Well, I do love how some people package their things. This person's obviously took a lot of care in making sure that this arrives in a satisfactory state. Yeah, so you'll see me in the workshop. The workshop's having a new roof put on it, and I'm building a new shed. They'll probably show you that, but obviously I can't when I'm not very well. Alright, let's have a look. What we got? Been looking forward to this one. Now apparently one of these doesn't work. Now if it's, I'll show you what it is first before I explain. So if it's a straightforward electrical problem, like the batteries or the battery compartments or something like that, I'm alright. But remote control wise, I'm afraid that's out of my remit. But I've got a Doctor Who mini RC Dalek battle in the box. So you're seeing it as I'm seeing it first time. The person's obviously took care of this. Anyone that keeps anything in a box, you're sort of halfway there really. This is the better side to open. Right, so let's have a look at these or what's in here. I always enjoy this part. This is the exciting part. Right, so let's empty that out. We have the instructions, which is always a bonus. Look at that box, guys. What a lovely display. Even if they don't work, that make a lovely display for someone, collectors. So let's have a look. There should be a cider leader action figure in here as well, but I don't think it's in here. And that's what I do. I'll go looking for that one, make sure the set is complete, and then sell it on, or I keep it, depending. It's all depending. This is so well wrapped. Whoever wrapped this, thank you very much. What I will do on this one, there's no point in the others because they're like paint and they're accessories, so I'm not going to bother putting any comms up on that one, any sales up on that one. Right, so there we go, little remote. There's always a little bit of a rattle in there, isn't there? On remote, so I always put on that, to be honest. Right, let's have a look. I think this is the other remote. I don't know which one don't work, but we'll spend some time. We'll re-look at these. This will be something that we look at again in the workshop. But there's no point in me opening all these up yet. I don't want this video to be extremely long. They're very good. They look very good. Look. They look particularly well looked after. They do look. They don't look particularly used very much. This is from 2004 and they're still quite good condition. Just put them there carefully. Move these and then we move on to, I was right, the what's its on isn't in here, the Cyberman leader, I think they said, but as I say, that'd be fairly straightforward to get. I will put up what I paid for this. Broken, not working, should I say. Right, well, that looks quite good to me. I do buy broken Daleks, but this tends to break, the eyepiece, the exterminator and the suction cup. I could never work out, why do they have a suction cup? What have they got against glass? Anyway, okay, so that's one. So we know the Dalek works, and as I say, even if I can't get the remote to work, it's a pretty good display item anyway. And also, if you look at these both, they're both in excellent condition. Right, fingers crossed, guys. think the issue might be with the remotes. But those two Daleks there are pretty excellent really, I think. I don't know what you think, guys, but I'm really pleased with those. Right, let's turn them off, because that's really going to get me now. Right, he's off. No, he's not. Yes, he is. Okay, so we got the two Daleks. Right, I'm going to end the video here. I'll put this up, and I'll put the comms for this one. As I say, those not worth those until. But you understand what I'm trying to say, what I'm doing. I'm getting bits and bobs together. I'm going to finish off some of the sets that I've started collecting and starting to get together. There's certain things, you know, if you look out there, they're pretty good. Obviously, when you're looking online, it's not as good as if you would go to a Carboot. That's certainly the truth, really. So Carboots are far better because people just want to get rid of the stuff that they've bought to the Carboot, and you can pick up some bargains. What you've got to, I tell you what though, what I've found since I've started doing it, because I was always buying toys. I've always bought toys and stuff like that and fixed them up for myself and that kind of thing. But what I've found at Carboots, and please in the comments. Oh yeah, let's talk about the comments. I won't respond to any negative comments because there's no need. If you don't like the video, don't watch it. Put a you don't like thumbs down or whatever, but please don't put any horrible comments in. What I'm trying to build is a lovely community of like-minded people who enjoy toys, they enjoy what they wanted when they were little and couldn't afford, and now they can get these little bits and bobs that they can put on display in the man caves or on a shelf, because I'm the same. So please keep the comments respectful, and I'll always be respectful back. You'll never hear me swear needlessly because I don't think I need to, and I've also found that the more respectful you are to people at the Carboot and engage with people, you get a far better response, and it's a far better experience going around the Carboot instead of barging your way through. And even if I see something and I know someone else is going to pick it up, I don't rush to try and push them out of the way and get it because I know how much it is. If they've spotted it as well, fair play to them, and fair play to the sellers as well. What you've got to remember is these poor people have got up at God knows what time in the morning. They're turned up on a field that's normally wet, cold, dank, raining, and then they've got to face us. And like some poor people can't even get the stuff out of the cars, and they're being harassed. And it's the one thing I can't do. I don't mind going up and saying, "Have you got any retro toys in the car?" But I won't sort of stand as they're trying to get things out. That doesn't work. So, but I'm pretty happy about these. So, as I said about an hour ago, I'm going to finish the video here. Keep the comments civil, keep them nice, come along for the journey. I'm looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to this. We're going to do lots of different things this year. We're going to go to auctions, we're going to go to car boots, we're going to go to markets. I've even picked up some things from supermarkets that I've spotted that are on sale and I think are going to be okay next year or the year after. Got to be cheap, but that's what they are. Okay, so from me, and my friend, it's time to say goodbye. Thank you very much for watching. See you real soon. Bye bye. Don't forget, shut up. Bye guys.
It's night in the city, and I'm on my way back home.